stood out to me the most was seeing the plantation because I was able to see the conditions that the slaves were in and also the conditions that the plantation owners were in, which is very lavish. And also seeing how impactful Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation was and how he abolished slavery. It's kind of amazing. And
Out of the three things that we did today, I think that the plantation was the most impactful for me, just because it shows me how powerful education is. Because back to slavery, like one person outsmarted, not necessarily outsmarted, but had more power because he knew more than the slaves who weren't as educated, and that just goes to show how education can be powerful.
Out of today's three events, the one that stood out to me the most was the Oak Alley Plantation, because we were able to look, take a tour through the mansion and where the owners would live, and then we also got to look at where the slaves would live, and it was neat to look at the comparison, and then we just got to learn a lot about the history of this plantation. So I feel like I learned a lot.
My favorite thing we did today was visiting the Oak Alley Plantation. It was really cool to get a feel for how the Southern culture shaped like how it is today, and we really got to feel how it was walking through the house and seeing like the original things that these people lived with in the 1800s.
Of the three things we did today, I would say going to this plantation was probably my favorite. I really enjoyed learning the history of this area, and seeing these massive oaks is kind of cool to me too. Seeing trees that are 350 years old is pretty amazing. But it's also learning the history of the slave trade and everything that it took to build the house and plantation and everything else. It was really interesting to me.
I think out of the three things that we did today, I think meeting Mr. Reed was the most impactful. I really took that opportunity to really get to know his role as a student affairs, and I kind of presented him with like a lot of tough questions, such as balancing campus activism and being a student affairs administration. Those are the two things that's interesting to me, because those are the career fields that I want to be in the future, Joanne. And it's just really amazing to like see and hear from like a person in that career and how impactful it was for. So yeah, those are the
most today because he was really close to our hearts. He was a student success. He was very involved with students. He's gotten a lot of resident halls and student black union. That was cool. He just wanted everyone to be involved, and it was cool seeing how he had to balance the challenge of impressing his employees while also doing what his job is and helping the students out. So.
What stood out for me out of the three things that we did was the house, just because it had a lot of history to it, and it's like you get a visual of what really happened, well not really happened, but what it was really like for them in the past. And I think it's just great to have it there and go visit when you ever